Hi everyone. Tonight I'm quite excited. I've got something in the box here that I would like to share with you guys. It's the brand new Darton Prelude 32, and it was launched like last year, end of last year. And but I've seen a few of them. I personally haven't shot one, but I would like to share this with you tonight, and yeah, just see what I think about the bow. And as I take it out of the box now, and just give you my impressions of it. I'm not going to shoot it now. I'll set it up later, and then I will get back to you on the, how it feels and my thoughts on it. But tonight I want to kind of go over the specs and also just my impressions of the bow. So let's take it out of the box. So this is the OD green, which is very nice. I love this color. And black limbs. Hope you can see that. So Darton has improved a lot the last year with their aesthetics. They have really come to the party on that. The first bows, like since the new owner, like it was okay, but it wasn't like they are now. They improved quite a lot. They got rid of a lot of like the old school look, and they got a bit more modern, which is very nice. And not only that, like the decals have improved, but not only that, it's like their overall, like the finish have improved quite a lot. They've worked hard on that, and also like just the overall look of the bows. This is a very modern looking bow. The riser is cut out nicely. If you look at detail, like the holes for the sight and the arrow rest, there's a lot of detail in here. It's been finished very well. It's got like a rim that they shaped off there. On the side that you screw it in. On the other side, it doesn't go all the way through. The thread actually stops, but the finish goes in a little bit, so it finishes all very nicely. The finish of this bow is beautiful. Limb pockets, there's no like dents in it or nicks in it. The limb bolts are nice. It looks new. They got this little new damper, which is supposed to help with vibration. You got your hole at the bottom here. If you prefer a stable, like a sidebar or a V-bar, when you're hunting, you can put that on. Like if you shoot a bit of a longer shot, you can, you can get a bit more stability with that. They went over to carbon. This used to be aluminium. They went over to carbon. And we'll go over the specs now, but it is a little bit of a heavier bow, but I'll explain to you now why that is, and also the advantages of the bow. So the cams are very well done. The strings are very nice. I must say the strings are one of the better ones on the market that's produced by a bow company. So I've had a few Dartons. I don't replace the strings straight away. Obviously, when I've used them quite a bit, I will put the zero strings on there, but I don't change them straight away like I used to do with some companies. They've got this new little Darton logo there, which looks pretty good. So let's go over the features of the bow, and then we'll go over the specs of the bow. So, like on a lot of Dartons, you get on all of them now, actually, you get the bigger bearing, the 5/8 bearing, which I always say is better because you get less flex, and there's a lot of load on cams these days. The cams are getting bigger. So while we're busy with the cams and the top side, the cam is actually out of the 70-75 aluminium as well, the same as the riser, and that that is awesome because with so much load on the bearings these days, you don't get a lot of cam flex. With a 7075, I believe it's more efficient and it's more accurate, and it's going to last you longer as well, you know. So in the end, it's more reliable. If you bump it accidentally, it's not as likely to bend. If there's an accident with a, you know, with a, I don't want to say, but with a dry fire or something, you know, you have a better chance with this surviving. If you're out in the field, you know, your hunt might not be over if your string survive it. So yeah, so let's move over to the limbs. They've got the 0.709 of an inch limbs. You know, the width of it, it's a little bit thicker. That gives you more stability. You know, your limbs are more reliable. It's not skinny limbs that, you know, takes all the load. You've got a bit of a beefier design. You've got the wider limb pockets over here. It's a very good limb pocket. Darton has been running with this on their target bows as well, and has been proven. They're on the podiums almost every weekend. It says a lot. Yeah, then we can move over to the reliable E system. What this does is it takes stress off your bearings, and it makes the draw easier. And then it's going to be more efficient. It's going to be faster, and the bearings is going to last you a lot longer. And it's got this integrated system for your QADs. If you're a QAD fan, you know, you've got the luxury of that system over there. And yeah, you've got your roller guard here. It's adjustable. You can move it left and right. That helps a bit with tuning, or, you know, if you're moving from fat arrows to thin arrows, you can adjust this left and right for flesh clearance. And also you can do a bit of fine tuning with that as well, you know, for a tail left or right. It will help you out a little bit without having to turning the yokes. Yeah, let's just get back to the cam with a module. They've got a 1/4 inch adjustments on this, which is pretty nice. I've used it on the weekend while I was shooting. Drawn it felt a bit long. Adjusted a 1/4 inch. You don't need a bow press to adjust it. And I must say the 1/4 inch axle, you know, adjustments makes a huge difference. It makes it a lot easier. 1/2 inch is just too much, you know. Then a lot of times if you do half adjustment or 1/2 inch adjustment, you need to play with the, you know, cables as well to get it in between, because most of the time you're not going to do if you're close, you're not going to do a 1/2 inch adjustment. So lastly, I want to speak about the riser, 7075 aluminium. This is essential for me when I look at a bow these days. Like, it must be out of this material. It makes the bow a completely different feel. The vibration is less, it's more accurate, it's more consistent, and I believe also your components will last longer because you're not getting side flicks in your limbs, and overall it's just better. The only disadvantage is slightly heavier, which I don't mind. It's yeah, some people, you know, it might be a little bit heavy. It's 4.9 pounds, but for me it's like I add weight on the stabilizers anyway, so I'll just add a bit less. But yeah, I love this the 7075 aluminium. So yeah, let's go over the specs of this bow. It's it is a speed bow, but it's not like a you know 5-inch brace sight bow, which brings us to the brace sight. It's a 6-inch brace sight, 342 IBO, but I've seen tests they say it's closer to a 348, 347 IBO, which I believe, because I've got a Veracity 35. It's a 339 IBO. I shot 339 through the chronograph exactly, and but I had a Amsky peep in it with a clarifier in there. So, and obviously the loop and the knock set. So, you know, that will add, or that will deduct about 4 or 5 feet a second at least. So I believe when they say this is a 348, there's specs they're known for not, you know, going overboard with advertisements, and, you know, like if you test the bows, it's going to be pretty close to what they advertise or more, which is nice. Axle to axle is 32, which is a nice hunting bow. It's not like a very short bow. The 28 and 27s, which is nice to carry around, but it's a little bit harder to shoot. The draw length adjustments is 27 to 30.5, which is, if you're 26, it would have been a great bow for you, but unfortunately it only goes down to 27. But hopefully soon Darton will launch one of these in a smaller cam or something, that's suitable for shorter draw lengths. Because it's actually very nice if you have a shorter draw length and you can shoot this bow. And your weight that it comes in is from 40 pounds, which will go down to 30 to 40, and then you get a 50 pound, 60 pound, 70 and an 80 pound if you need that. Say you're going to do a big African hunt and your draw length is on the shorter side, like say 27, 28, it might help, but I believe you still don't need it. But it is nice to know that if you're capable of drawing 80 pounds, I think it's going to be a bit of a beast on 80, but it's available, which is nice to know. And the let off on this is 80%, which is a very nice 80% let off. It's got this flat piece on the side, on the module, where your cables roll over and stops on that. And the feel of it is very nice. It gives you a very nice feel. It's solid. It's not like a limb stop solid, but it's not like a spongy wall. But it's one of the best feeling bows I've ever had. And also when it goes into a let off, it sits there. It doesn't want to pull you forward. So yes, I will set this bow up and I will get back to you on the feel of this, and look out for the video. It's coming out soon. Yes, that's it for tonight, and I appreciate you watching to the end. Thank you for all this new subscribers. Channel is growing, which is great. We'll keep the content coming, and hope to see you guys soon. Thank you.